Welcome to my channel Coin Wealth USA. Today, we're about to take a deep dive into a coin that may be lying unnoticed in your old coin jar, your attic, or even in your pocket change. A coin that might just change your life. Yes, you heard me right. We're talking about the one and only 1960 Liberty 1 cent United States coin, a humble penny with a story so rich, a history so deep, and a value so massive that it's currently shocking collectors all around the world. With a current estimated market worth of $600 million, yes, that's 600 million, this coin has become a legend in the numismatic world. And if you've got one, you might be holding a treasure that could put you on the map, so sit tight, grab a magnifying glass, and get ready because we're about to uncover the full history, design details, mint secrets, and shocking value of this mind-blowing penny from 1960. Let's roll back the clock to 1960. America was in a period of transition. It was the dawn of a new decade. Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. John F. Kennedy was about to begin his historic campaign. The Cold War was intensifying. Rock and roll was exploding. But in the middle of all this cultural and political tension, a small copper coin quietly left the presses at the United States Mint, the 1960 Liberty 1 cent coin. This coin wasn't just another penny. It was minted during one of the most fascinating periods in U.S. coinage history. You see, 1960 was the year the United States Mint experimented with a subtle but significant design variation: the small date and large date varieties. Why does that matter? Because these varieties weren't just a design choice. They were an accident of history, and they'd become the stuff of legend for collectors. Some 1960 cents featured a smaller size date, while others had a larger date. These varieties created a unique split in value and rarity, and collectors have been obsessed ever since. But let's go even deeper. The coin still featured the Lincoln Wheat reverse design for a time, a throwback to the original 1909 design by Victor David Brenner. While the Wheat reverse had been replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial reverse, many 1960 cents still reflected design inconsistencies, transitional marks, and minting quirks that make them incredibly valuable. And it's not just about the design. The 1960 Liberty 1 cent coin represents a time when America was redefining itself. From civil rights movements to the space race, this little coin was silently part of the daily lives of millions of Americans. Now let's break down what makes this coin so distinctive. On the obverse side, you see the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, America's 16th president, looking right. It's the same classic design introduced in 1909, but the 1960 version has a twist. Just under the date, in the lower right corner, you might notice something fascinating: the date size. There are two major varieties of this coin. Small date, the numerals in the date are smaller and tightly spaced. Large date, the numerals are broader, more spaced out, and more prominent. But what really stirs the collecting world is the 1960 small date over large date error. A coin where a small date was struck over a previously engraved large date. These rare errors can fetch extraordinary sums in the collector's market, especially in pristine, uncirculated condition. The reverse side of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, with the words, 1 cent at the bottom, United States of America above, and the Latin phrase E pluribus unum across the top. The detail is sharp, the lines crisp, and depending on the strike, you may even be able to see the statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. The 1960 Liberty 1 cent coin was produced in two primary mints: Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint marked Denver Mint, identified by a small d beneath the date. Each mint struck both small date and large date varieties, but the 1960 D small date is by far the rarest and most sought after. Only a small number were made before the design was switched to the large date later that year. And then there's the holy grail, the 1960 D small date RPM. Some of these coins feature a visible doubling of the D mint mark, and when found in flawless condition, they've been known to sell for thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. So, how many of these coins were minted? Over 2 billion 1 cent coins were struck in 1960. That's a massive number, but only a small fraction of those were small date varieties, and an even tinier fraction are in uncirculated or proof condition. Over the decades, billions of these coins entered circulation, tossed into jars, drawers, car cup holders, and spent on candy and soda. Most were eventually worn down or lost. But the few that survived in perfect condition have become legends in the numismatic community, adding the mystery of the date varieties, the minting errors, and the historical context. And you've got a coin that isn't just old, it's iconic. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How much is this coin actually worth? Today in circulated condition, a common 1960 Lincoln cent might fetch just a few cents. But don't let that fool you. The rare varieties, the small date, the repunched mint mark, the proof versions are where the real money is. A 1960D small date RPM in MS67 condition recently sold for over $20,000 at auction. A proof 1960 small date cent with deep cameo surfaces was valued at $35,000, and some private collectors have been known to pay as much as $50,000 to $100,000 for pristine, graded examples with a flawless strike and deep luster. But here's the real shocker. With all varieties, high-end collections, investment value, and collector demand combined, the total market value of known, rare, and collectible 1960 Liberty 1-cent coins has soared to a staggering $600 million. That's right, $600 million. All resting on the shoulders of a little copper coin most people barely give a second look. So now you might be wondering, do you have one of these coins? Here's what to look for. Check the date. Is it small or large? Compare online examples. Look for a mint mark. Is there AD? Is it doubled? Examine the condition. Sharp edges, clean surfaces, and nowhere can increase value exponentially. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot repunched mint marks or double dies. If you're still unsure, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for professional verification. So there you have it, friends. The 1960 Liberty 1-cent United States coin, a simple penny with a powerful story. Born in a time of change, wrapped in mystery, and now worth hundreds of millions in the right condition. If you've got a coin collection, go dig it up. If you've got a jar of old change, now's the time to start hunting. You never know, you might just be holding a piece of American history worth more than a house, a car, or even a fortune. Did you enjoy this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins ever minted? Then don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about the rarest, most valuable coins in the world. Drop a comment below if you've ever seen or found a 1960 penny, and tell us what you think. Until next time, happy collecting, stay curious, and may your next penny be worth $1 million or maybe $600 million.